Hello everyone, my name is Sister Christy Buckmiller. I am here with Gift. We are working through the Give Thanks Bible study. So we are lesson 9, which is prayer of relief. So if you don't have your Give Thanks workbook, go ahead and go to giftbiblestudy.com and you can get your one there, or you could just watch this, whatever you want to do. But anyways, so there's 3 areas I'm going to be reading in the Bible today, and it is in 2 Chronicles, and then it's in the Psalms, and it's in Job. So I'm not going to read all of it, and if you're doing this with your kids, you can not read all of it too. I just kind of skim, because depending on your age of your kids, it can be a struggle, and sometimes they don't, just whatever your kids are needing, that's what you read. So anyways, I am going to read I'm going to start off in 2 Chronicles 7. Or no. 2 Chronicles 6. Chapter 6. Okay, starting at verse 22, it says, "If a man sin against his neighbor, and an oath be laid upon him to make him swear, and the oath come before thy altar in this house, then hear thou from heaven, and do and judge thy servants by requiting the wicked, by recompensing his ways upon his own head, and be justifying the righteous by giving him according to his righteousness." So let me kind of give you a background first. I should have done that already. This is Solomon in the temple, his prayer to God. He's asking basically this whole chapter about if thy people sin and they come back to you, please forgive them. So, and then he's saying give them according to their righteousness. "And if thy people of Israel be put to the worst before the enemy, because they have sinned against thee, and shall return and confess thy name, and pray and make supplication before thee in this house," he's talking about the temple, "then hear thou from heavens, and forgive the sin of thy people of Israel, and bring them again into the land which thou gavest to them into their fathers." That land is Jerusalem. That land is Israel. "When the heaven is shut up, and there is no rain, because they have sinned against thee, yet if thou pray towards this place, and confess thy name, and turn from their sin, when thou doest afflict them." So I'm going to skip down a little bit, and then it says on verse 30, it says, "Then hear thou from heaven thy dwelling place, and forgive, render every man according unto his ways, whose heart thou knowest, and for thou only knowest the hearts of the children of men." God knows our hearts. He does. He does. Oh Lord, clean my heart. Clean our hearts, Lord. We can kind of get ahead of ourselves sometimes, and we've got to know that the Lord is good, and we need him. We need him for everything. But isn't he merciful? Isn't he great? It's beautiful. Okay, so verse 31, "That they may fear thee to walk in thy ways, so long as they live in the land which thou gavest unto thy father." Okay, so we ought to fear him. When we give our worries and our doubts and all that, and we play that in our mind, we are fearing that. There is nothing we should fear besides the Lord. The Lord is above all, through all. Everything we are should be in Him. There shouldn't be. So when you're having these doubts, they're fears, worries, they're fears. You're giving that place over God. Got to step it back and give it to the Lord. Every time, give it to the Lord. So I'm going to skip down, and it's just basically saying over and over again, when they mess up, please forgive them, because we will mess up. And then so verse 36 says, if they sin against thee, for there is no man which sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, and deliver them over before thy enemies, they carry them captives unto the land, and then they return. Just basically forgive. So no man is good. No man. We are not capable of doing it on our own. So if we do have righteousness, if we do have goodness in us, it's through the Lord. It's not through our own stuff. It's for Him and through Him, and everything is to the glory of God. Okay, so I'm going to go to, I'm going to read, not that one first. I'm going to read in Job, which this is very interesting. I don't think y'all can see this, but I'm going to show it to you. My lovely kids did this to my poor Bible. Yes. They're our lovely kids, aren't they? Okay, so they're amazing. We love our kids. So Job 40 tells us, this is when, of course, we do know the story of Job. And if you don't, then I strongly recommend you going and reading Job. But Job had all kinds of things happen. Well, this is when God comes to Job. So God is saying this to Job, and I'm only going to read a few verses in here, and it's pretty cool. So it says, grind up thy loins now like a man. God's telling Job, I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. Wilt thou also disannul my judgment? Wilt thou condemn me, that thou mayest be righteous? Has thou an arm like God? Is he saying, are you powerful like me? Can you do judgment like me? Can you condemn? Do you condemn God like he condemns us whenever we step out and we are not doing something? You're feeling convicted. Can you do these things? He's asking Job. Or canst thunder with thy voice? Can you thunder with a voice like God? Can you? Deck thyself now with majesty and excellence. He's saying, okay, give yourself majesty and excellence. Array thyself with glory and beauty. This is where I saw this morning when I was rereading this. I was pretty it says, cast abroad the rage of thy wrath. Behold, everyone that is proud. Oh, my little one woke up. Hey, Bubba. Good morning. So it says, cast abroad the rage in thy wrath, and behold, everyone that is proud. So he's saying, can you get rid of your rage? Can you get rid of your anger? Get rid of it. Cast it away. The Lord helps us with our anger. Sometimes when we get all upset, it's very hard to see clearly. But I'm telling you, take a moment and give that to God. He can cast it away. He can make it peace. He can do it. You can't do it on your own. Stop trying. Give your anger to Him. Okay, so I'm going to read in Psalm 54, and then I'm going to be done. it says, save me, O God, by thy name, and judge me by thy strength. Hear my prayer, O God, and give ear to the words of my mouth. For strangers are risen up against me, and oppressors seek after my soul. They have not set God before them. Selah. Behold, God is my helper. The Lord is with them that uphold my soul. He shall reward evil unto my enemies and cut them off in thy truth. I will freely sacrifice unto thee, and I will praise thy name, O Lord, for it is good. So this is the verse of the day, verse of the week, however you're doing this lesson. But here it is. Again, I'm going to read it one more time. I will freely sacrifice your time, your money, your efforts, anything. Freely sacrifice your praise, your speech, anything and everything. Freely sacrifice to him. I will praise thy name. What is his name? We know his name. His name's Jesus. I will praise your name, O Lord, for it is good. For thou hast delivered me out of all trouble. He has. He will deliver you out of all trouble. Well, okay, everyone. So that was basically it. That's what I wanted to read to you today. Give yourself to the Lord. Give yourself to your family and your time. God will reward. He will reward. I love you, and go to giftbiblestudy.com and get your Give Thanks Bible study, or there's other Bible studies. I'm working on peace right now. It's been pretty interesting, to say the least. So I love you, and I thank you for joining me and my little one, Caleb, my youngest out of my 4. So thank you for your time. Love you. See you next time. Bye.